Welcome to Technical Market Insights, ladies and gentlemen, where we're going to go over what happened last week in the market and what we expect coming up. We're going to look for any bullish sectors and any scans for any buying opportunities. So let's start off, but before we do, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you like and share. And let's get into SPY for last week. So it closed down almost 2.5%. And if we look at the monthly chart on that, it is trending exactly how we expected, which is down. We expected a monthly pullback, just like we did up here when I got to the overbought condition, even though it ran quite a bit there. There's quite a bit of resistance up in this area. And if we look at SMH, which is your semiconductor ETF, it really topped out. We called a top back July 16th. On makecashwork.com, check it out. But it closed down almost 5%, 4.25% last week. Now we actually did expect the weekly charts to bounce a little more out of the oversold territory into the overbought territory, but that wick right there happened quicker than expected and touched that top trend line. So we are looking at everything about the same. If you look at the triple Qs, same thing. Almost 3% last week it closed down. Dow Jones 1.63% it closed down last week. Now we expected, actually based on the weekly charts, bouncing a green October, but that does not look like it's going to take place. Maybe get a green November. We shall see, just depending on if these weekly charts bounce hard enough. As you can see right here, they didn't. And let's get into the daily chart. So the daily charts, we were calling all last week. As soon as they hit this overbought area, that we're going to see it pull back in the oversold. That's how we trade, and that's what we look for. We look for pullbacks in the oversold condition. Now all the major indexes are getting close to that area. SPY dropped under the 200-day with DIA, which is the Dow Jones and S&P 500. So under the 200-day moving average is something we do not touch. Now it did momentarily there, but the last time it really dropped, it dropped another 20% after that. So we could be looking at another situation like that. It is trending down, which would make this a stock buyer's market. When the overall market starts trending down or even sideways, you can trade sideways. I don't like trading down, because I can trade these swings all day long. But when they're going down, I prefer not to. I prefer to trade them when they're going sideways or slightly up. Now oil, this may actually pull back next week. Looks like it's in the overbought condition. And we may see a little pullback before it rips up. I do believe this is going to break out highs, as we called down here. You'd be up 6% in this, and even double or triple that in leveraged ETFs. So real quick, if we look at the scan over here, is set up for sector indexes for bullish, and the only thing we see bullish sectors is oil. So oil, if you are putting gas in your tank next week, I think we kind of hit some resistance here, may pull back a little bit. So you may see prices at the pump drop some, but this is a bullish sector, and this will probably run quite a bit, especially with everything going on in the Middle East. And bullish oversold ETFs. We're looking at gold miners bear, so this is an inverse ETF. So this is bearish on gold miners. Possibly got a 30% move there. I don't like being bearish on anything as far as selling short or playing the inverse, because it just puts you in a bad state of mind. So what we like to look for are bullish charts that have pulled back. And this market, especially come next week when the overall market gets into the oversold territory, we will have more of those. As you can see now, SMH is in the oversold territory, and honestly, if you dollar cost average, I want a dollar cost average anywhere around here. I would have bought here, and I'll buy probably next week, because it's going to be definitely in the oversold territory. But if you are trading, I mean, if this may create a bottom here. Personally, on the monthly chart, I think it'd be healthy for this to pull back into the 125 area, into this 20 bar moving average right here on the monthly chart. I think it'd be very healthy. But your daily charts are going to swing, your hourly charts are going to swing, your weekly charts, and so are your monthly charts. But when we do get in the overall market for possible buying opportunities and the high cap 1000, we got Jacobs Engineering. Not my overall favorite, just based on the chart overall doesn't have a lot of swings. Even going back here, they are swings, but they're quick. So this may be a quick swing for you for about 6%. But XPO is shaping up for a possible 10% plus to the last high and above. Now that chart has been straight upward trajectory. So that would definitely be, I personally preferred at the bottom Bollinger Band, but it is oversold. Give it a day or two. Keep an eye on it. X Steel is US Steel Corp, which is X. You got about 6-7% to the previous high. If it rips higher than that, keep in mind all these, I believe, have earnings coming up. This is another one where the stock chart is basically been bullish for as far as we can scroll back on the daily. So you might see another 15% up. I like seeing big swings to the previous high, and this is probably our best looking one overall. And I think the earnings is farther past X, which I don't like holding through events. Might depend on what the chart looks like, what the stock is, and how I feel if it does drop 20% and I get stuck in it, because that could happen. Obviously, you know how we trade. We like to average down our cost average, so we would buy more if it dropped like that. But that is all we have right now as far as the overall market. Let's look at the hourly charts. They are oversold. Daily charts are oversold. Weekly charts are getting there. They're still there. So overall, we could see a bounce next week. Regardless, we feel like there's still pullback left on this monthly chart. So this is when it becomes a stock picker game. We look at the bullish sectors. We look at bullish stocks that pulled back that might give us some buying opportunity. Man, look at that monthly chart on X. Something I have not seen. If that rips out past there, which in a recession, slowed down economics, really doubt that might happen. Let's look at the rest of these. This has been a monster. Would have bought this back then, you'd be up about 1,200%. Those are actually the stocks I love. So let's do something else. So you can see what is coming up. Like I said, more stocks will be coming as far as when the overall market gets pulled back. So let's look at some that are coming back now, shall we? So we have that. That is already. Not sure why that did not come up over here. Honestly, it might be because of the volume. No, I have to look at that. Now that is oversold, and that should be coming up on this scan. Take a look at that in a little bit, but this is oversold as well. No, not close, but I think 30 is what's listed on that. So these are some of the stocks coming back to us as far as coming into the oversold territory. I think this is one I'd like to see come back down about here and rip up into a new high. But we do have Lowe's as one. We do have more buying opportunities coming to the oversold territory. So if you don't want to jump on these, no worries. Wait till the rest of the market gets pulled back And just remember to do your homework, do your own analysis, make sure the PE is correct, make sure they're paying you a good dividend. I do like this right here. That's a $500 stock. If this pulls back to here, you're looking at 10, even 15% to its next high. So keep a look at what is coming, what is already here. Aflac is one. Let's see, BWXT, we own this and have been buying since January and up over 35%. That's why you get into bullish stocks, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck. Hope you kill it in the market. No matter what, subscribe. You don't want to miss out.